Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets and goldfish. You are now tuned into the Wrestling Podcast live from the Tokyo Dome. It is 808s and Chair Shots. I am your host, Jeff, joined as always by the lovely Wakanda Lisa Rice and Neat. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
Hello.
I love you. Happy New Year.
I got nothing. All right, man. You can follow the show at 808 and Chair Shots on the Instagram and the Facebook, 808 Chair Shots on the Twitter, and 808 and Chair Shots on the Threads, soon to be TikTok. All of the above, because Andrea said we need a TikTok because we real out here in these streets. So we're going to be there too. How you guys doing, man? Day after New Year. Well, it was supposed to be the day after New Year, but Jeff got the time wrong. 2 days after New Year's. How you guys feeling, man?
I'm feeling hopeful, but that's about it.
Oh, you doing resolutions? Okay, that's what you saying. That's your optimism.
No, I just said hopeful. Ain't no resolution.
Hey,
just
how
hope.
you feeling?
Miserable. I'm coming down. I'm getting over having a fever.
I'm one of them people. I don't want to like say nothing when I hear it. I want to like the person may be like, "I'm not sick. I just don't feel," So, but you definitely didn't sound like your normal self, right there.
Yeah, no. I done been miserable the last 3-4 days. New Year's Day was not New Year's Day. New Year's Eve was the worst.
Okay.
Hot and cold at the same time.
Oh my
I
God.
just sweated through 3 layers of clothes.
Yeah, you was down.
Yeah.
Assuming you didn't have any fun on New Year's.
Nope. Had tickets to a party. Didn't go.
Yeah?
Yeah, no. Stayed in the house.
I watched football.
Yeah.
and a Jelly Roll concert on TV. That's about it. Nick, what about you?
Jelly roll is a thing. That's crazy. Watch some people get drunk. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, man. Nah, no New Year's resolution. How about you, Entry? New Year's resolution?
Nope.
Nah. I don't ever stick to them to a week. After that, I'm back to normal.
They say the second Friday in the New Year is National Quit Day. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So people get to
and
that
they
second
right.
Friday, and so
And they right.
I respect that. All right. Well, I promise you, we actually like each other. We want to get to the show here. But it's all good, man. Let's get to it, man. The biggest story in the wrestling world right now is streaming is invading sports and entertainment. WWE is ready to launch on Netflix live on Netflix Monday Night Raw. For the first time in over 30 years, Raw, well, not over 30, first time since they went to Spike for that one weird period of time. WWE would no longer have Monday nights on the USA Network. They put out all the stops for this card that's coming up. PLE level matches to me. I don't know about you guys, but real quick, we'll just kind of go through a couple of matches and see what you all think. All right. First one that pops out to me is Roman versus Solo in a tribal combat match. Roman Reigns, that is, versus Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match. Andrea, you perked up a little bit right there. What's going on?
What even is I perked up. Is tribal combat? Are we gonna figure it out this time?
No, we're not.
Is that what's gonna make this January 6th episode of Raw? Is that what's gonna make it so special that we're gonna finally figure out what tribal combat is?
Never gonna find out what that shit talking about.
Just a no DQ match is what I understand.
A no DQ match, but with rules. That's basically what it is.
That's it. Nick, before you go, I take my fear, and it probably shouldn't be a fear because it has been damn near 6 years at this point. But I fear the bloodline storyline has to end here, unless Rock comes back. If Rock doesn't come back during this match, I don't see how you keep it going after this.
Rock definitely coming back, gonna mess over Roman, and then boom, more story.
Yeah,
The
that
question,
happens.
I'm gonna save it for later.
Okay. Please don't forget it. But Nick, if that happens, we cooking with grease then. We back rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, with everybody being hurt and from the War Games match, like it's been kind of stagnant, which end of year holiday season usually is a little bit. But yeah, no. So, any predictions on who wins this one? Nick, what you got?
I guess Solo with help from The Rock.
Okay, I hope you're right, Andrew.
If I want to say I don't care, but that gives the wrong impression. I'll just say I don't mind who wins.
Okay. I like it. I think Roman wins clean, and it's the end of the Bloodline story as we know it. All right.
Okay.
The next one that jumped out to me is Rey Mysterio Sr. and a mystery partner versus the New Day. Heel New Day, Kofi and Xavier Woods. Any ideas of who we think Rey mystery partner is going to be? But not really who wins the match, but is this Cena?
I mean, he's supposed to come back, but why for this?
Why for the New Day?
Yeah.
I think if he wasn't announced, like if it wasn't already blown that he was coming back, they would have found a way, like some little Cena way to get him out there. This would have been it, but probably not right here, right?
Mm.
So who we think
I agree.
who's his mystery partner then?
Isn't Pentagon supposed to be coming that way?
Could be.
Or Felix, Lucha Brothers.
If this was next week and there was a mystery partner, I think that's who it would be. But if it's this week and they're pulling out all the stops to get people to watch Netflix, I think it's Randy.
Randy?
I think it's Randy Orton.
Ooh. That makes sense.
He hasn't been there. He has a history with the New Day, and he's supposed to come back from injury. So I think this is a perfect way to sneak a Randy comeback in. And Randy always comes back and somebody else overshadows his comeback, like when Hulk came back as the Survivor Series last time. So, we love Randy. And I think this would be, to me, a perfect way to have him back and make the New Day feel special as a heel tag team. Like, that's the positive part of that to me.
I love how nobody suggested Big E.
In my heart, when I read this, I said, "There's no way he can wrestle, right?
It can't be.
He can't wrestle, right?" But in my heart, oh man, I'm through the roof if that happened. Like that's gold if that happened to me.
That's gold if it happens, but I don't know about these neck surgeries how they work, but yeah.
I mean, Edge was out 12 years, I think, 10 years.
Just about.
Ciampa was out some months.
Technology's gotten better. I don't know.
I'm not risking it. I'll wait. I'll hold that off of me if I was Big E. If that was him. If he was to get. I would say that for Mania if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's ready to go.
Because if he comes back against them, that rivalry now becomes one of the biggest things in the world because they turn their back. Or Big E goes heel with them and turns his back on Rey Mysterio, and then we cooking with grease with the heel New Day. Either way, if somehow this is Big E, this is a win. This is a win-win for everybody. If somehow this is Big E, it's dope.
It's money in the bank.
I swear, I wanted to think about it. I was like, there's no way they're doing that. No way. All right, women's on the women's side, last woman standing, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Andrew, what you got?
Please let this be the end.
Please.
Let it be the end.
Please. More so than anything, let this be the end. I'm with you on that.
I want it to be the end, but at the same time, I got a feeling they're going to find a way to stretch this to WrestleMania. Let it be the end.
God, no. There's no way they stretching this to WrestleMania. Do you think they'll try to do that? Oh, my God. And that's how Nick feels about this referee. At this point. I'll go there since Nick is taking a nap on a little more than in Rhea Ripley. I'm with you.
I can't say I blame them.
Yeah, it's tough. I want to say this nicely because they are doing some good things in the women's division with the two new titles and the tag belts. But man, this rivalry is a waste of time. Like it is still going on, and I get it. Last woman standing match. I like the fact with the stipulation, and I hope they get this one out the way early. I hope it's one of the first ones of the night. Like let's see them come out and talk for about 10 minutes or so. Let them get that out the way, and then we get started with this match and we rolling. I got Rhea getting the belt. What about you?
I kind of feel like they're gonna find a way, and it's gonna be shenanigans. They're gonna find some type of way, like they're gonna handcuff Rhea in a way the where she can't stand up, and that's how Liv is gonna retain, and that's how they're gonna continue to stretch it out to WrestleMania. That's my thought process, but I really hope I'm wrong. I feel like some foolishness like that is gonna happen. I would like if Rhea won and we could get back to our regularly scheduled program, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And you mentioned these women's mid card titles, which I don't have a problem with them at all. I'm very happy that they've been introduced.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Okay.
However, some of the women that are competing for these mid card titles, they could have this whole time, this whole past year, some of these women could have been being built up to be in the main event scene, but were not. Some of them are just sitting in the back, twiddling their thumbs, playing second fiddle to whoever. That's to me, that's part of the reason why this rivalry storyline between Liv and Rhea has gone on so long.
Okay.
Because they don't have anybody else. They don't have any other contenders that make sense.
Do you think it's because they have so many, like you have Becky that's home being a family person, you have Charlotte, I believe, who's still injured, that's working on it. Like, of course, I'm pretty sure there were big plans for Jade at one point, and then that injury happens, and blah 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 blah. Do you think they've kind of been complacent here because of so many big pieces on the board aren't there, or kind of unsure where they stand?
Absolutely. I think that, how can I say this without, oh my goodness. I think the fact that Becky and Charlotte are not there, like they could always depend on them. Like it's the same type of thing I just said. Like you're so busy dependent on your big names that you're not your future. You're not building up your next generation because the big names are all so good.
And I agree with you. I think there's, make sure I say this right. The mid card titles is the best idea they've had. I don't know if we needed two. Probably could have just used one, but I get it. Separate shows, separate belts. I get it. But because now you're forced to use those, like you said, those players that you have kind of had in the back in the catering area. You're forced to use them, and you're forced to build up more in the feeder system in NXT to get more people up to the main roster to be power players or whatever. So I like it. I do think because of the timing and like I asked you about some of the bigger pieces not being available, we're stretching this Liv and Rhea thing out way too damn far. But hopefully this is the end of it with the last woman standing match, and we can move on. And speaking of move on, it's Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Nick, you back with us? You still asleep? Okay, cool. All right, so it's Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. And how you feel about this one?
That's news to me.
Yeah.
I did watch Raw on Monday, but I'm not gonna lie, I kinda wavered in some parts. I mean, I get it. I don't really feel no kind of way about it. I don't have strong feelings.
Both of these guys are peak guys, like big time guys. And I think if you can heat this up some kind of way, you can make this something. Like, because Jay is the type of over that doesn't need a belt, and Drew is the type of heel that technically doesn't need a belt. And Jay, if we're being honest, he needs that. He needs one of those outside of the bloodline feuds to make him a Superman guy. You know what I'm saying? And show that he can carry a big time feud that isn't Roman related and carry something and really take it to the next level. So I think this is a good way to, and it shows that the company believes in Jay to put him on such a big night. I know it's just I shouldn't say an obscure match, but it's a big match between him and Drew. But you're showcasing this on a night where all the chips are in and want this to be a success. So I think that says a lot about Jay Uso. What you say? What you got, Nick?
What year is this? I was sleeping for a while. I don't know what's going on.
Good job, man. Welcome back. Welcome to 2025, big dog. Glad to have you.
2025, my bad.
You would sleep like the Hurricanes in that bowl game. That was
just like you was. Some Seminoles were sleeping on home at the couch too. Wow, we were having a good time there. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But I think this is gonna be a pretty solid match. I saw what happened on Raw. Drew didn't have to kick that man. Didn't have to claymore him like 3 times like that. That was just overkill. But I loved it. I think this has potential to be a pretty good match. That's all I can say on that. Just got to wait and see how they plan it out.
But I think that's the part of it that makes this match kind of cool, is that it's one of the few that is, I would say, new, like a new feud almost, to say the least. And I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm here for this. Now, let's talk about the main event of the evening. We got Brother CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins in the feud that shall feed families for years. War of words that delivered the promo of the year on the day of before the last day of the year. Did you see the promo?
Yes.
Oh, no. You got to give me something better than yes. Because that was the promo of the year. Am I wrong?
Maybe.
Is that so?
Like I said, it's not about love and hate. Let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way CM Punk walks. I hate the way he talks. I hate the way he dress. I hate the way he sneak this. We hate how, he can't sneak other women because he's married. But let me just say, to be real honest, I think that was a great promo. It was a great way to cite up a very fight that we wanted for like almost a year, but we couldn't have Judah because of injury. I think that promo sets it off, and I think it's going to end up being the main event of that night. Even though the Bloodline story is bigger and more vast, I think this story right here is what wrestling needs to be. Because it sets it up so well, and now you have a match that everybody's itching to see what's going to happen. So yeah, good promo. Let's see how the match works on the Day of Reckoning on Netflix.
Andrew, what you got?
That was going to be my question. Is this really the main event for January 6th if The Rock is coming back? Because if The Rock doesn't come back, then okay, it's the main event. But if The Rock is coming back and he's coming back during Tribal Combat, then Tribal Combat is probably the main event.
I think that'll be the indicator. If we see this like main event hour 1 or whatever, however we want to break it down, then The Rock is coming back. If Tribal Combat is in the first hour, Rock's not coming.
Okay.
You're not going to waste, because Rock's going to get on the mic and talk for 30 damn minutes anyway. So you're not going to, you can't run the risk of having him come out there with his too much show left and he's going to over talk the damn camera. So you can't risk that. So.
Also, his pride won't let him be second main event of anything right now.
Heck, no. He won't do that. So, no, that's a great point. That's really, I think that is the determination. If Tribal Combat is early, Rock's not there. But if it's main event, get ready, because it's about to be some foolishness. You better believe that. But back to the feud of the year. Back to the reason why this podcast is going to go through the roof. Because we're going to have so much content to talk about these two gentlemen finally locking up. I'm the happiest guy in the world right now. I've been waiting for this for a better part of 5 to 6 years. This is when Punk came back to AEW. One of the main reasons why I was hoping he left there fast is because I wanted him himself. I knew it was big beef in real life, and I'm just happy. They're going to be professionals. They aren't going to go too far as in the ring, of course, taking liberties. But this is Sean versus Bret 2025. That's what this is. This is Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart 2025. Big beef outside of the ring. And taking it to the square circle. Love to see it. Now, I do have one thing though. I do not think this match happened. Or let me say it another way. I do not think there is a finish in this match. Because I don't think you give this whole story away on this night. There is because I didn't see any stipulations on this, so I don't think there's a stipulation on this. So I believe, truly and honestly believe, this is going to be one of those. It's going to start. The crowd's going to be into it. It's going to end up in a backstage brawl with somebody going through a window or some shit like that. Like, I don't think this goes to a pinfall on Monday. Because it's too much left. Like, this is Rumble. This is Elimination Chamber. Like, this is Mania worthy. So I don't think you give it all away on Monday. You guys agree or disagree?
Kind of, sort of.
Why you say that?
Kind of. I can see it going best of 5 type thing.
Okay.
But I don't see it. I mean, I can see it going like the Drew feud. Like, it's going to go for a couple of matches.
Okay.
That's what I see it going. I don't know. It's going to be like, oh, they're not going to make it to the ring type thing, but I can see it going for a while, though.
Yeah.
I can see it going 2. Huh?
I was going to say, I could see the same thing being like the final match happening at WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll stop at WrestleMania. I think it'll probably stop at SummerSlam if they wanted to.
Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, I think you have to stop it at Mania this time because you got to get the Punk and Roman at SummerSlam. Long-term storytelling from Survivor Series, right? Like,
right. Yes.
So, not saying you got to get all these out the way this year, but you want to. You got to capitalize on Punk while he's there. You know what I'm saying? I love my dog.
He's healthy.
You know what I'm saying? My dog might miss a couple of months just because, that's just how he goes. So, but yeah, man, I cannot wait for this. Even though I've already mentally prepared myself for this match not actually happening, like all the way through. But this is the feud I've wanted, and that promo in that ring on Monday showed me that these two know how much they know what's at stake here. They both know what's at stake here, and that's a positive thing. Like they ready to rock, and I'm not. This is gonna be one of them ones, as the kids say, one of them ones. So that's the card, man. We tuning in for this. Everybody tuning in for this live, or we just gonna catch it when we can.
I'll probably watch it live.
Yeah.
Now that I can.
Respect. I think I'm actually gonna watch. This will be the first Raw I've watched start to finish live in a very long time with no fast forwards. Netflix seemed to have got it right. By the Jake Paul thing was a little Jake Paul Mike Tyson thing was a little, but Beyonce was cool. Beyonce was cool on Christmas, I hear. So I saw. So
Beyonce don't play that.
Exactly. So if you got it right for Beyonce, I think you can handle Monday Night Raw. I truly do. So that's going to be a positive. I'm with it. Yeah, man, it's good for them. Streaming the sports and growing the sport. I'm not mad at it. I think it's going to be pretty dope. Speaking of streaming, AEW Dynamite is going to be in Clarksville, semi-Nashville. Shout out to them. Should I pull up?
How far away is it?
Clarksville is
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
If you're willing to make the drive and it's in your budget, why not? I'm never going to tell somebody to skip live wrestling.
I think this is my first AEW show.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because last time you missed it.
I did. I missed at the Bridgestones. They listen. They stopped doing Bridgestone, which is good. They're doing the basketball arena in Clarksville, which seats about 2,500. So that'll be packed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 2,500 in Bridgestone looks like you wasting your time. 500 1,500 to 2,000 in Clarksville looks like the house you're supposed to have. That's smart. Smart business by them. They did the Hammerstein Ballroom over Christmas, sold that out. I like I like when AEW does things that make sense. Smaller venues for now. Eventually, you can build it back up, but get the small venues going, but especially for the weekly show. If you're gonna travel like that, and try to make it look a little better than what it's been looking like. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that, man. I'm gonna reach out. See if the homie. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. All right, my bad. I'm trying to get some tickets. Is what I'm trying to do. Anywho, all right. Got the Raw card out the way. I got it. This isn't on the docket, but see what y'all think. What in 2025? It could be more than one thing. 2 at tops. Wrestling related. Are you looking forward to? It could be a rumor. It could be some fantasy booking, but just a scenario or a feud. A scenario or feud you are looking forward to in 2025.
One feud I'm looking forward to is the greatest food of all time. Shawn Michaels versus a computer. You gotta continue that going. You gotta continue that struggle going. That's gotta keep going. If not, it's not me. It's not wrestling no more. All right. But really I want to see how they're gonna do with Tippy Time.
That's the thing, huh?
What they're gonna do with Tiffany Stratton. I mean, Tiffany Stratton is right there. I mean, I don't know how they plan on doing this. Are they gonna do it after Mania, or when she's gonna cash it in? But I feel like this year could probably be her big year if they plan it right.
Okay.
Also, I wonder what they're gonna do with Jada Parker.
I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you do.
Mm-hmm. Respectfully.
Respectfully. All right. Andrew, what you got?
Well, as an Oba feminist, I want to see what happens with.
I like that.
Oh goodness, no! I want to see what happens with Obafemi. Like, does he stay in NXT or does he get called up? And when he gets called up, because it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. Because I know right now he's going after the NXT title, right? Because I haven't watched NXT in a couple weeks.
That's what he's fought his sights on. Yeah.
Okay, so because I remember this was the issue with Bianca Belair back then, was because she never won the NXT Women's Championship, but when she made it to the main roster, the Women's Championship was the first thing she won. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if it's gonna be like that for Obafemi, because because you asked this question, my first thought was gonna be like, who takes the title off of Gunther? But then I'm like, I really want to see Obafemi versus Gunther. And I'm like, could it be Obafemi? I don't know. It's possible. I don't think they would let that happen, but that's just, you said fantasy book. That's just something I want to see. It doesn't need a belt either.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at.
I like that. The one that popped up in my head was, I'm not sure why this is a thing for me, but if it's WWE related, I want to see Charlotte Flair on one side and Jade Cargill on the other side. Ooh. I don't know why. I don't think the promos would necessarily be good, but I do believe that just the sheer putting them on the two opposite sides of each other, how they would be eye to eye, and letting the crowd make that a match, that would be dope. That would really be dope. So that's one. Mm-hmm. Somehow AEW finds a way to make Ring of Honor a thing again. And more so than make it a thing again, Athena, Ember Moon, however you want to slice it, has been the flag bearer, standard, everything for Ring of Honor since Tony Khan purchased it. And great match after great match, great feud after great feud, main event after main event. She's carrying the torch. And what I would like to see is her star rise a little more. I don't know if it has to be her going to AEW with it or what, but I think people are missing out on one of the best runs of a woman in the wrestling world in a long time. Like, she's putting on banger after banger after banger.
True that.
Consistent. And the world should know more about that. I just truly believe that. And that was the main one. The J one kind of actually just popped in my head, but that was the main one. And TNA, just figure it out. Just figure it. Like, I don't know. Like, I like some of the moves that TNA is making. I'll be honest with you. Let me rephrase that. One of these two, AEW, TNA, figures out which one of them is going to be the number two to come. I understand technically it's AEW right now. TNA is a distant third, but TNA at times has been having a better product, especially last year, than AEW. Consistently better product. In the right hands, TNA could be a viable contender for number two. So I hope that they can heat that up and figure out a way to do something.
You can start by putting the belt on Joe Hendry.
Did I tell you that I finally came around on Joe Hendry? Did I tell you that?
You can start by putting the belt on Joe Hendry.
I finally came. Like, I don't know where I was, but you know, you get to scrolling social media, and he had a match somewhere overseas, maybe Germany. I'm not sure, but it may have been Germany. And the theme song came on, and I said, "I get it. I get it. I get it." Like, it took me a minute, but I get it. I get it. Yeah. That's. I don't know how long they keep that up, but that's special. That's special, and it's organic too. Like, a big arena needs to sing along with that on a consistent basis. Like, he got something right there. Shout out to that. But yeah, Tony Khan, do something with Ember Moon, man. That's that you got. Don't ruin that one like you did the other ones that you've had, like the MJFs. Come on, like, for real, like what the fuck is MJF doing, man? Like, he's wrestling for, like, he had a match for a fucking ring that no one has talked about in months. The dynamite ring that he just pulls out of nowhere and makes it a stipulation in the match. Dude, no, man. He needs a feud that matters tomorrow. And on that note.
Oh boy. I
am glad Powerhouse Hobbs is back, though. We're not talking about this. We're not talking about this Ric Flair shit, are we? We're not. Are we?
No. We can sum it up with sit your old ass down.
The man said his heart stopped 3 times in that last match in Nashville. Like,
sit your old ass down.
Because here go the messed up part about it. The messed up part about it is there's a promoter that will see this as a chance to make some money and will do it.
Sit
somebody
yo old ass down.
They made it work
Period.
that last time at Municipal Auditorium. They made it work that last time. It was the tag team, and it was
Jeffrey.
Well, I'm just saying.
The end of this whole conversation, Ric Flair, sit your old ass down.
It isn't the money, right?
He is Rick. If he's broke, that's him. But sit your old ass down.
No. You are right. All of that is correct. This should not happen. We pray and we pray that it does not happen. But why is this even a thought, is my question.
You know what? I agree he needs to sit his old ass down.
Okay.
Like, I want to get that established.
Yeah.
However, I feel like he's one of those people who wants to die doing what he loves. Yeah. I think he want to die in the ring. I
truly believe that. Like, did y'all ever see the wrestler, the movie, Randy the Ram in the wrestler? Did y'all see that?
I have not watched it, but I done heard about it.
It's implied that he dies in the ring. It's implied.
Yeah.
They don't show it, but it's implied. And I swear, I get that thought about Rick. Like, because at this point,
to him.
Go ahead.
No, because I mean, I get it. because I done lived with athletes, I done been around athletes. Like once they stop doing the sport, it's kind of like they don't know what to do with themselves anymore. Like it's life changing in like a very negative way for them. So I mean, I get why he just can't let it go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, it's just like you up in age. You done had 3 heart attacks the last time. Like you gotta let it go. But like I said, I feel like he wants to die in the ring. I think that's how he wants to go out. Like he don't want to just be laid up at the house. He wants to get, what is it called? Like he want to get power bombed off the top rope, and that's how he go out. You know?
Yeah.
Like he wants to die happy, and like being in the ring is where he's the happiest.
True.
Like taking somebody to Space Mountain, that don't make him happy no more. Being in the ring, that's what makes him happy.
Rick still going to Space Mountain in 75?
He might be.
That's all right.
He might be. I got a friend down here. I don't know if she went to Space Mountain with him. I know she said she rode in his car. I don't know.
Okay.
But
all right.
I'm just saying, styling and profiling don't make him happy no more. Being in the ring is what makes him happy. He wants to die happy. Let Bronson Reed hit him with a.
Dear God, that would do it. Like that. I don't see how you. Yeah, that would. You know,
don't do Bronson like that.
Had the perfect ending.
He like really did.
That Shawn Michaels match. That was cinema. Like to you know, I know that word gets ran into the ground these days, but that was pure cinema. Like,
you know what I don't get is like I say, I get not being able to let it go.
Yeah.
But like, why you couldn't become a coach? Why you couldn't do something behind the scenes to where you could still engage with it? Like, why you need to be in the ring, like getting hurt, you know?
I think
or putting yourself at risk.
It's the rush of hearing your name, like walking through the crowd, walking through the curtains, and hearing your music. It's gotta feel amazing. Like you talk about like athletes. I remember like when I first got to college and I decided I had football. Now let's get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I was never good enough to be like a Division I player, right? I wasn't that good, but I was good enough to play in the college. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to play, I could have been on the team. And I didn't. But then I woke up and like was going to games like, damn, I miss playing. You know what I'm saying? So I get it that it is difficult to walk away from sometimes. But at 75, 75, that man got grandkids, great grandkids, I think. Like this, but it is also, it's like, other than himself, who is he hurting? If he does have another match, not to serious us out, but other than himself, and if he's okay with hurting himself, what can we say? You know what I'm saying?
I know what I would say.
Oh shit! Go ahead.
Get in your car, drive to Golden Corral, and sit your ass down.
Okay.
Old people like Golden Corral. Go sit down. Go have one of them old barbecue sandwiches they got. Sit down. Go to your favorite coffee stop. Sit there. Go there. Sit your ass down. Go to Buc-ee's. Get you some beaver nuggets. Get you a sandwich. Get you a drink. Get you some beaver slippers. Get you some pajamas. And sit your ass down. Where else do old people like to go? Ooh.
Barrel.
Go to Cracker Barrel. Pretend to be a racist. Eat some pancakes. And sit your ass down.
At Cracker Barrel is kind of hard not to be.
Boy. Pancakes with a side of prejudice.
Bruh. It don't get much better. And that is the name of this week's episode. Pancakes with a side of prejudice. And we're not topping that this week. So on that note, you guys have anything else to say to the people before we get out of here? I ain't got shit at the Pancakes with the side of prejudice. Okay, Andrew, you gotta bring us back. What we gotta say to the people before we get out of here?
Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you love.
Unless you're fucking Ric Flair. Fuck out of here. Andrea, why you do this? Why? Why you say that? Why you had to bring that up?
What up?
Don't let anybody stop you. Nah, we stopping his old ass today.
Don't do anything that is gonna get you killed at work.
Fuck it. We're out. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't do it, Rick. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Shit.
This is his version of euthanasia. Let that man do it if you want to.
God. We are out. See y'all.
Happy New Year.
Nah, Happy New Year's done. After that, by the time this is out, you got 2 days. You got 2 days to say that shit. After that, you reach it at that point. Happy New Year's.
Well, it is 2 days.
Today. That's what I'm saying. After when this is out, this shit's over.
They haven't seen us since last year, so we have to say it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We can say it, but don't. After tomorrow, nobody say Happy New Year to me. It's over. Let's Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Let's go to the next one, man. Again, we're out.